just one night, okay? I think she slipped something in my drink. Just take this damn thing. I'll never want to see it again.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the balls.
Somewhere, planning to move more with this nonsense about Bob.
Who is that mysterious man?
They live below the streets in a rat hole of dirty animals. They know better than the vermin that slink out of there for scraps. They make it difficult.
My niece Fauna helps me with the chores. She'd be more help if she kept her head off the clouds. She's been with me ever since her parents were killed by aliens and she was dropped in my life.
Give me some ale. Oh, that looks like an outsider. Surely he knows many great tales of adventure. I can't miss such an opportunity. Greetings, traveler. You come from afar, I see. Well, I was just wondering if you knew any great tales. Some grand, epic lore, perhaps? Mister? I know only one tale, and it's not for the faint of heart. I've seen and heard plenty of gruesome things in my days. Oh, won't you tell me? Okay, kiddo. Let me tell you about the greatest Khajiit to ever enter Skyrim. Let me tell you the tale of Kjor. Helgen. That's where it all started. Kjor had crossed the border to Skyrim in an attempt to get his family back from the Crimson Swords. The Crimson what? Don't interrupt the story, kid. Oh, sorry, mister. Please continue. As I said, the Crimson Swords had set a ransom for Kjor's family, who had been kidnapped near the outer plains of Elsweyr. The Thalmor-funded mercenaries put the ransom at 100,000 gold, under the leadership of Dobin, the wheel cart. 100,000 gold? How can anyone acquire that much money? It wasn't easy, but Kjor was determined to get the money by any means necessary. Months of adventure, murder, and looting went by, but he realized getting all the money before the Crimson Sword's patience ran out would be difficult. He met a warrior girl up in Solitude, and quickly realized her potential. Alice was her name, and she had the nicest curves, I mean the best mace swinging ability in Skyrim. I would let her swing my mace any day. Anyways, Alice joined them on the adventure, and proved to be a valuable ally, but the two of them alone still wasn't enough to fight the mercenaries. So when he heard word of the greatest assassin in Skyrim, he went after her. And that's how he met Alienor. Alienor was a master of subtlety in Skyrim, and Kjor sought her out to devise a plan to get his family back by force. Alienor declined his offer, but when Kjor and Alice broke it out of jail, she was in debt to him and agreed to help. While this was going on, a wise wizard named Marthar received words from Dobin, who told him that there was a wounded warrior who needed help. Marthar was hesitant at first, but once he was told the gender, he rushed off. Seems like this Marthar had a thing for the ladies. Oh, he was the king.
That's Slime. I remember the time he came here and was hitting on the women here. I swear he was pouring some strange potions into their drinks. I chased him off with a broom, though. What do you think you're doing?
Oh my. Well, back to the story. During Alienor's prison escape, Alice got shot by an archer, and none of them had magic powers to heal her. So that's how Marthar came into the picture. He saved Alice when she was an inch from death, and the four of them decided to start a gang, under the leadership of Dobin, who promised Kjor that they would save his family in due time. The gang set up their headquarters outside Whiterun, and the confident and determined Kjor set out on a stealth mission in the Thalmor embassy, where he acquired the Thalmor dossier, which was encrypted in an ancient elven language. They used Alienor's expertise to decrypt it, and Kjor discovered that to find the fort where his family was held, he needed to gather the clue fragments from the Crimson Captains. There were 3 of them: Goldeen, Crazy Tooth, and the Dark Horse. Mean bastards, all of them. But Kjor took them on and won, and with the fort's location charted down, they planned the final attack. Wait, what happened to the money? Didn't Kajor need 100,000 gold? The gang had well over that amount, but couldn't trust that the Crimson Swords would hold their end of the bargain. So they snuck into the Hatredfall fort, disguised as Crimson members, and after a few close calls, they reached the Crimson leader himself. It was Dobin. What? Is Dobin good or bad? I don't get it. The four adventurers were betrayed. The wheel cart sent out the ghosts of the captains and fled deeper inside the fort, where Kajor finally caught up with him and crushed him to pieces. Alice, Alienor, and Marthar finished off the captains, and together they headed for the dungeons. And as the castle crumbled, the gang saved Kajor's family, and they got out in time. And so Kajor traveled to Elsewhere with his family, and they settled down. Or, at least for a while. Soon, a Khajiit girl named Taz approached with dire news. While Martha and Kajor had been in Elsewhere, a great darkness had fallen over Skyrim. The rebellion that combated the evil forces was struck down at once. Taz also told of Lund, a man with great powers that was looking for Kajor. Only Kajor could save Skyrim from the coming darkness. What happened next? That, my dear listener, that is what we are about to experience.